I am here to discuss the so-called flying saucers. The Air Force interest in this problem has been due to our feeling of an obligation to identify and analyze to the best of our ability anything in the air that may have the possibility of threat or menace to the United States. In pursuit of this obligation, since 1947, we have received and analyzed between 1,000 and 2,000 reports. We've been able to explain them as hoaxes, as erroneously identified friendly aircraft, as meteorological or electronic phenomena, or as light aberrations.
With all due respect to the Air Force, I believe that some of them will prove to be of interplanetary origin. During a 3-year investigation, I found that many pilots have described objects of substance and high speed. One case, pilots reported their plane was buffeted by an object which passed them at 500 miles an hour. Obviously, this was a solid object, and I believe it was from outer space.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. How you doing? I filmed this object back in February of 2018, and I kind of have to agree. I don't think that's from around here. If it is, it's something that we've been reverse engineering. It's clearly not a aircraft of any known type to me. And something I find interesting about these screen grabs here is the primary colors here. You know, the red, the yellow, and the blue. Of course, you get some aberrations out around the edges here. And you can see a force field, if you will, or a plasma field out around this object. Now, like I said, this may be something that we're reverse engineering. If it isn't, it's definitely from somewhere else. Interesting object, to say the least. Another thing I find interesting is a lot of these photographs I have got this wagon wheel type apparatus right here. And although you can't exactly see it from this angle, I think this right here on the cap is identical to the one on the bottom. And I think what they are some type of opposing magnetic sources of some type. And then you've got a metamaterial that constructs the outside, and it's causing a reaction between whatever's on the inside to this outside shell here. Interesting. This is a screen grab, and it certainly does look extraterrestrial to me. It's not your typical light in the sky. I mean, that's kind of childish just to say that there's lights in the sky without any rhyme or reason for their existence. There has to be some kind of reason that they're actually there. They can't just appear. Not in my opinion anyway. I mean, even if they do, they've got to be made or manufactured somewhere. So you can kind of see this internal wiring, if you will, on these screen grabs here. This filter enables this to be seen for some reason. I don't know exactly how it's doing that, but it does make for some interesting photographs, and you can see that band right here through the middle. And it's got to be, like I said, opposing magnetic fields is my best guess between the top and the bottom, and then the metamaterial, and then whatever's on the inside is what's causing the anti-gravity properties. As far as navigation goes, I'm kind of at a loss on that part of it. Could be remotely controlled with a radio waves or scalar waves of some type, but it's an interesting object nonetheless. This is what it looks like through that filter, and you can see that magnetic field constantly pulsating throughout the entire object. And this is from the original video, and I managed to get there's only about 30 seconds of it here, But this thing was sitting out there for 5 minutes. At least that's what the length of time that I've got it on film is 5 minutes. So it was probably out there longer than that. I'm not sure, but anyway, if it's not from around here, it's obviously from somewhere else, without a doubt. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, and if you subscribe, I appreciate it. And no matter what you're doing, you take care out there. Thanks again for watching.